Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, and today on behalf of my friends at Lily Sugars and Cream, we'd like to show you how to do a pansy bouquet. So I'm actually going to show you how to do one of the pansies that you see here. So the pattern's a bit blurry, so I'm going to put a disclaimer here right now is that I'm really not sure I've done this actually properly. So I'm going to show you my example because my example looks different than what it does in the picture, but I followed it as best as I could. And so my flower here looks three-dimensional. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to look this way because the pattern in the picture is just not clear enough to me. But it still looks to me really fabulous. It gives it a three-dimensional look to it, and I'm really happy with it. So we're going to be using the sugars and cream line in order to create this kind of effect. So let's get started. So we're actually going to use two colors in this particular idea. So what we're going to do is just use your foundation color, okay, which will be the center. If I turn it over, it'll be your center color, and then we'll transition to the next, and then we'll bring it back to give it thing. So in actual fact, I've gone an extra step on this one, like I have with the rest of my flowers, to create a three-dimensional effect. And that three-dimensional effect is really, it turns an amazing pattern into a super ultra amazing pattern, just like we've seen with the other flowers that we've been working on as well, just by putting an additional layer around the outside to cause it to being three-dimensional. So let's begin to do this pattern, and we are going to start off with our chain. So we're just going to do our slip knot, okay, and just where there's slower tutorials available if you want to know how to do that as well. And so slip in your hook, and now we want to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we want to bring it into to form the ring. So just into the very first one. Now this one's going to be a little bit tougher to get your fingers wrapped around, but it's it's doable. So just grabbing the material and pulling it through. And now that I used it like the U shape there, now you know exactly where the center piece is for this bad boy. So let's move along to your next round, and this one's a little bit complicated, so you have to bear with me as we go along. Okay, so bear with me here, and what we're going to do now is chain up 1. And it says 2 single crochet into the actual ring, so let's go into the center. So for 1 and 2. Now I swear to God, this is actually it took me a long time to figure out what they were asking here. So let's now, it says now to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and now it says to 2 single crochets into the center of the ring again. So just going into the center. Okay, and now it says to chain 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we want to do that, and now what we want to do is come back into the center again. So for 2 single crochets. Okay, chaining 2, 1, and 2, and now 2 single crochets again into the ring. So basically, we're going in between chaining of 5 and chaining of 2. Okay, so this is now the chaining of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back into the center for chaining of 2 single crochets. And now chain 2, 1 and 2. 2 single crochets back into the ring. Okay, and now because the ring is not, you're going actually into the ring, you can actually move everything around. You'll need to on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, going into the center again for 2 single crochets. So we want actually 5 tips on this because there's 5. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now chain 2, 1 and 2, going into the center. Okay, and now chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this back into the center. There's a lot going on in the center of this one, which I think is kind of unnormal, but you just got to keep moving stuff around. You're going to find things are going to jam up, and you just got to have a little bit of patience and work with it. So 1 and 2. Okay, so this will be your final. So 2 single crochets and chaining of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now all we need to do, because we started off with 2 single crochets into the center of the ring in the beginning, all we need to do is slip stitch down in. Okay, on the other ones that we actually did a full stitch in. So you should have 5 points, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so what I want you to do now is just change colors, and it does require you to do that in the pattern as well. But if you don't want to, hey, you're the artist, you have to decide what's right for you. And again, just weave it around one of the larger loops of the two. Okay, and there is a purpose for those chaining of two areas, because a chaining of two is what's causing the center of this to stand up like it does. So I'm just going to weave this in and grab our next color by Sugars and Cream. So let's move along to our next area. So everything is adjustable once we get this bad boy going. So grabbing our next yarn, we're going to now do the next rotation. And actually in this pattern, this is the final rotation, but again, I'm going to push you and challenge you to go even further to create a three-dimensional effect. So now you have what the larger areas is the chaining of 5, and if you remember, we chained 2 in between each of the single crochets that are in between these bad boys. So what I want you to do is slip in your hook in the chaining of 2 area, so right into the actual gap area, not to the actual stitch, and put your material in behind and pull through. And we're just going to fasten this on. Okay, and now it's going to say to chain 2. So 1 and 2, and that counts as a half double crochet, and now it wants you to half double crochet again into the very same spot. Okay, so half double crochet, and now it's asking you to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So this is called a picot, and do you see this one right here? Okay, you want to slip your hook into that one, just like so, grabbing the material, pulling it through and through, and that causes like a picot to kind of stand out of the rest, just like you see on the top there. It's harder to see on that one. And now we want to half double crochet again 2 more times into the actual chaining of 2 spot, and the robo, oh, that was a double crochet, sorry. Let's try that again. So let's go down in, so it's half double in. Okay, and so now it's just telling you to jump now to this area here. So what we need to do is that we need to slip stitch it. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch it with a single crochet, so just wrap it around, pulling it through. Okay, and so now it's asking us to half double crochet. Okay, so we did single, half, and now it's telling us to do 9 double crochets. So this is 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There's lots of stuff going on there, so let's finalize it with a half double crochet, and we're doing that because it makes it smaller and it makes it puff better, and a single crochet. Single. So now we're going to jump to the chaining 2 spot of the next area. So let's go in for a half double crochet into the chaining of 2 spots, so half double, go in there again, so you got 2, and now you want to do the picot, so 1, 2, 3, okay, and now go in there just like so, grab the material, pulling it through and through, and now half double crochet 2 more times for the other side of that idea. It took me a long time to interpret these directions, by the way. So let's start off with your next big. This is the chaining of 5 areas, so this single crochet, half double is your next one, and now we want to do 9 double crochets. So this is considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so let's just, you can shift everything, right, because you're just going into the loop itself. Let's secure it for a half double crochet there and finalize it with a single crochet. And again, that brings it all back to a nice looping area, just like you see. And now we're ready for the next chaining of 2 areas. So half double crochet into the actual gap of the chain 2, So 1. So you want 2 of those. You want your picots, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, going into their area. Okay, and now we're going back in for 2 more half double crochets to finalize. Okay, and now we're ready for the next one. So single crochet, half double, and now 9 double crochets. So this is considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and let's start finalizing. So a half double crochet to bring that back into sync and finish it with a single crochet. Okay, so let's move on to next. So you can see it's really wavy at this point. So let's half double crochet into the chaining of 2 spot. 1. This is 2, and let's do our picots. So 1, 2, and 3. And the picot, I guess the purpose of that is just to make it look a little more fancier. It just gives your work a little bit of more of a detail look to it. You could actually skip it if you're not comfortable with it. Okay, so you got your 2, and now let's jump again to the next one. So single, half double, and now 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and half double. Okay, single. And now we're in the next gap of the 2, remember, so it's a half double crochet in, another one. Okay, so it's your picot. So 1, 2, 3, and in, going it through and through, and now finish it with 2 half double crochets. I've grabbed more yarn than I should have. Kind of got one of my strings kind of fell apart on me there. They kind of separated, so I'm kind of trying to fake that I didn't do that, but I did, and it's causing me more grief. So when in doubt, pull out, as I always say. So there's your 2, and then the final one, here we go. So 1, and this happens to be the one where the string is wrapped around, finishing off the white area, so we're just going to continue to wrap, going around that as if it's one piece. It's completely hidden, so it's great. So let's start your 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, half double crochet in, single crochet, and now we got to finalize it here. So what we need to do is just slip stitch it with the very first one, because you already have your 2 and 2 there. So just slip stitch it right into there. You gotta slip stitch it, because if you just cast it off, it's going to show a gap of the white area, and you don't want that. So pulling it through and through. And so this is the end of this particular tutorial as per the directions on the page. And well, this is just the flower area. They have other stuff on this particular pattern that I'm not going to get into, but I really did like the Pansy idea, so I'm just weaving this off technique as we've done before. And so basically this is what this particular flower will look like at this particular point. But what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to show you a technique, and what we're going to do is it's going to cause the actual centers to pop up just like it does here. And so if you want to carry on, you can with me, and if not, you can consider yourself a project well done. And let's keep going for those that want to stick around. Okay, for those that have stuck around, actually I realized that in the very beginning I said I didn't know if I did the tutorial right, but in actual fact I have done the tutorial right. It's just it has to be this wavy kind of effect. But what I'm about to do now is I'm going to show you how to make it three-dimensional so that the centers all pop up and then you have a beautiful rotation around the end. So let's get your next color, and I would choose the color that is in the center to make it complementary, to make it really quite stand out from the rest of your flowers. So basically what we want to do is we want to consider the outside only. Okay. So what I want you to do is that, see, this is the beginning of the actual loop, and I'm just choosing any one. So in actual fact, I consider it the third rail, like if it was a subway. So these are the actual stitches, but if you turn it over, you can actually see one more stitch, or one more that's in behind. It's just like, let me just pull it out, it's right there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to stick my hook in there, and that's where exactly I want to attach my material to. Okay, so this is kind of my addition to this pattern to make it more three-dimensional. So we just want to attach it, okay, with a single crochet kind of idea to it. And so basically you're just going to look at the next stitch. So you got 1, 2, and turn it over, and you'll see a third line, okay, and making sure your straggler stays on the top there so that you can secure it into position. So again, just moving along. So this is 1, 2, and just turn it over. I know that straggler is very difficult to make it very easy to see, but we are going to be finished that straggler in just a second. So again, 1, 2, and it's the third one in behind. And once you start noticing where that third one is in behind, you can actually just get it done really quickly. Okay. And basically they all line up together anyway in the behind. So 1, 2, and 3, just like so. So this is a layering effect that is done in crochet motifs and flowers. It's a way of appearing from the outside that there's actually another layer of crochet underneath it. In actual fact, it's just attached to the line and behind it to make it appear that way. So it's actually really a fabulous technique. It can really separate a really terrific flower from a flower that is just totally amazing because of the three-dimensional effect to it. So now that you've done your final one here, okay, so we're just going to get your final one in. So now what we want to do is just fold this up here, okay, and now just look on over here. So 1, 2, and just follow it in behind and just immediately single crochet into that position. So that's what's going to happen. So when it's actually put back together, it's just going to look like it's really well hidden there. So just again, just continuing to go all the way on the back, or the third rail I would call it, as if it was a subway. You know me, I have my own terminology when it comes to teaching crochet, so that's kind of one of them that I have. So I'm just going to take you to the next petal. There's only 5 petals on this one, which is makes it quicker for you even as well. I found this pattern was kind of difficult to read in the very beginning. It took me a lot of readings in order to understand the picot section of this particular pattern, but once I understood it, it was actually not bad. So again, push it forward and just go over here and get the third one in behind. The first one is and the first and the last one of the petals are usually a little bit difficult to be able to get onto, but once you get it, you get it. So let's so what I'm going to do, let's fast forward now. I'm going to just put the video to the very end where we're going to secure off, and again just do the same technique I just showed you all the way around. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and now what we need to do is just slip stitch it. So just pulling back that one piece, and you gotta make sure you slip stitch in order to bring consistency to the full circle. So just again, just slip stitch it, trim, bring it back to normal. Okay, so there you go, and I want to just trim off my loose ends now. At this point, we are now considered done, and voila, once you get it all settled around, oh, there's another one in the back. Okay, so there you go. So this is what you end up with, is a really three-dimensional kind of idea. Really great idea. I think it's actually pretty brilliant. So enjoy, and this is complimentary, and thank you to Lily Sugars and Cream for providing this pattern, for allowing me to share it with you, the viewer, today. So welcome everybody to the Crochet Crowd, and we'll talk to you all real soon. Thank you.